Let me start with something uncomfortable. Most SAP projects don't fail during configuration. They don't fail during development. They don't even fail during testing. They fail during cutover. And when they fail, it's rarely dramatic. It's subtle, quiet, political, a single missed dependency, an unclear ownership, a critical task that wasn't flagged properly. And by the time someone asks, are we ready to go live? The decision has already been emotionally made. Cutover is not the end of a project. It is the moment where every hidden weakness becomes visible. Most teams treat cutover as a checklist, freeze transactions, load data, transport changes, validate system, go live. But that's not control, that's documentation. Real cutover is an operational execution window where functional teams, basis teams, data teams, business users, leadership all move simultaneously. And here's the dangerous part: everyone assumes someone else is controlling it. Functional assumes PM is tracking, PM assumes leads are aligned. Basis assumes dependencies are clear, but alignment without structure is chaos waiting to happen. Cutover is not about tasks, it is about visibility, and visibility requires structure. In this video, I'm going to break down why cutovers fail, the 5 biggest mistakes, and what structured control actually looks like. Because if you're responsible for an S/4 HANA go live, you cannot afford blind execution. Now let's talk about the real problems. After being involved in multiple S/4 HANA projects, I've seen the same pattern repeatedly. Mistake 1: no critical task flagging. Not every task is equal. Some tasks are irreversible. Some block entire waves. Some create rollback risk. If your cutover list does not clearly mark critical tasks, you're blind. In my structured list, critical items are visibly flagged because they require executive awareness. Mistake 2: ownership ambiguity. If during cutover someone asks, who owns this? You're already late. Ownership must be defined before execution begins. A structured cutover control system makes ownership visible, not assumed. Mistake 3: weak go/no go. Gate. Go/no go is not a meeting. It's a decision checkpoint. Without structured status visibility, completed versus pending versus blocked, leadership approves based on optimism. That's dangerous. Mistake 4: no rollback sensitivity. What happens if step 17 fails? Can you revert? Should you continue? Rollback sensitive tasks must be clearly identified in the cutover list. Otherwise, panic decides for you. Mistake 5: no wave. Separation pre-cutover, during cutover, post-cutover. If these phases are mixed into one long Excel list, tracking becomes noise, and noise kills clarity. Cutover is not about having a long list. It's about being able to answer 5 questions instantly. What is critical? What is completed? What is blocking? Who owns unresolved items? Can we safely proceed? If answering those takes more than 10 seconds, you don't have control. You have hope. A structured cutover control system separates task description, owner, status, critical flag, go/no-go indicator, rollback sensitivity, phase, pre/during/post. When these are visible, decision-making becomes rational, not emotional. Leadership sees reality, not optimism. This is why structure matters more than volume. It's not about 500 tasks, it's about clarity. Technical issues can often be fixed, servers can be restarted, transports can be reimported, data can be reloaded, but reputation cannot be rolled back. When a go-live delay happens because a critical task dependency wasn't visible, a rollback sensitive step wasn't identified, a go/no-go decision was made without full clarity. The discussion doesn't stay technical, it becomes political. Leadership won't ask, what was the transport sequence? They will ask, who was controlling this execution? And this is where structured cutover control becomes your shield, because when you can open a structured control list and show critical tasks flagged, owners clearly assigned, status visibility real time, go/no-go gate conditions defined, rollback sensitive items identified, you are not defending yourself, you are demonstrating governance. And governance builds trust. In enterprise environments, perception of control is as important as actual control. If leadership sees structure, discipline, and clarity, confidence increases. If they see scattered Excel files and manual updates, doubt increases. This is why cutover is not administrative work. It is executive risk management. And when your cutover control system clearly separates pre-cutover, during cutover, post-cutover, you reduce ambiguity. Ambiguity is where panic lives. Structure is where leadership breathes easier, and when leadership breathes easier, your position strengthens. If you are currently involved in an S/4HANA implementation or expect to go live within the next months, ask yourself this. If leadership called you right now and asked, are we ready? Could you confidently answer with evidence? Not feelings, not updates, not assumptions, evidence. A structured cutover control system gives you that evidence. It doesn't just list tasks, it forces clarity through structure. Critical task indicators, clear owner columns, status logic, go/no-go visibility, rollback sensitivity flags, phase separation. When these elements exist inside a single structured control environment, execution becomes measurable, and measurable execution becomes defensible. That is why I built a structured SAP cutover control system. Not because Excel doesn't work, but because unstructured Excel fails under pressure. This framework forces visibility before optimism, structure before approval, control before confidence. And confidence is what Go Live leadership expects from you. If you want to approach your next cutover with discipline instead of hope, structure instead of noise, clarity instead of reaction, the system is available below. Use it, refine it, integrate it into your own methodology, but never walk into a go live weekend without control, because in SAP projects, cutover is not the final step. It is the moment everyone is watching.